Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Crazy Zaku, and I'm bringing you all the hits and misses here in Let's Play Blacksad Under the Fur. I believe that's the official title name for it. We need to go places. We need to figure stuff out. We need to go to Sam's Diner. Because last time, we discovered that the cleaning lady was having relations with her boss, the man who supposedly hung himself. You can't see I'm doing the finger quotes. I'm loving this game, but I'm screen time, man.
I know you're hiding something.
What?
I know how much Dunn meant to you. I'm very sorry for your loss.
I don't think
Your handwriting on the envelope. Your date of birth on the safe.
My goodness. I can't talk here. My shift is over in 10 minutes. Can you wait a while?
I most absolutely can.
You get a refill over here, Mary?
Coming right up.
Loading screen. Just to go to a loading screen. Just to go to a loading screen. God damn. All right, but we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere with this case. We're going to figure this out. This almost kind of reminds me of The Wolf Among Us. You know, it's like where Detective Bixby is just going through stuff, except we don't have that good of a thing. Let's be honest, this is indie compared to that. Like, Telltale knocked that one out of the park, but it was just based on their Walking Dead formula.
The angel Joe Dunn found in his golden years.
We've been seeing each other for almost 2 years. It all started with, well, weekdays I start cleaning the gym at dawn, before my shift at the diner. Joey always came in early, just a little after I got there.
Walk with me. Talk with me.
He used to say it was the best time for the worst task of the day.
Oh, I know exactly what he meant. Say no more. Paperwork.
He really hated it. One morning, he saw me crying. I was having a rough day and...
He tried to make you smile.
He pointed at the coffee machine. You need a cup of joe and some fresh air. That was the first of many cups on the rooftop.
Nah, let's just be silent.
One day, we realized those rooftop coffees were the best part of our day. So we began to spend more time together.
But you never told anyone. Why did you keep it secret?
For Sonia's sake. She and Joey drifted apart after her mother's death. He was afraid that our relationship would only make matters worse. Until one day, on the rooftop, we realized just how serious our relationship was. And we decided to turn those moments into a lifetime.
Oh my god, her hair, you can just see through stuff.
So he asked you to marry him.
Yes, of course. He gave me the wedding ring and we decided to tell the world. He said he needed to share that happiness with his little girl. Turns out, he wasn't that happy after all.
What about Yale? Wasn't he like a son to him?
Maybe you already noticed I have a slight cold. I really should be heading home.
Thanks for sharing all that with me. Take care.
I lost my scarf a while back, not sure where. And now, if you'll excuse me, that's my bus stop. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Blacksad.
Right.
That was a really weird exchange right there. Alright, well, we got some more clues. We got some brainy brains to figure out now. Alright. Alright. Well, we're back here, so I can only assume. I really hope there's more locations in this damn game. I really fucking do. Like, I've spent more time at this gym, and I've spent more time... Let's talk with our gorilla friend again. Nope. No new options. Nothing for me to find out. Why does it always look like I'm angry? Well, let's...
I don't know why. Something just doesn't add up.
He wouldn't kill himself. What if the girl had him killed or something? She's, like, very awfully calm about this. Found out, and so she killed him to try to cover up the whole mom thing.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah, I don't really feel like doing that crap again, so... Be a bitch somewhere else. Come on, fucking turn, you bastard. Alright, we're going back up to the roof. Maybe there's some clues I missed out on.
I don't even want to imagine Weekly falling from up here.
Alright, well... At this point, we've got a full wine glass and a not full wine glass. That actually kind of bothers me a little bit.
A good place to spy on Sonia.
Alright. Well, we found nothing there. We found nothing at the other thing. We'll talk to the goat again. Maybe the goat has more information now, too. So far, I've run out of... Oh, we can talk to the cop. That's right. Let's call Smirnoff. God damn, I have a lot of change.
I think I have a new lead on the Dunn case. Dunn and the gym's cleaning lady were about to get married.
Oh, this again?
The combination on Dunn's safe was her birthday. He even gave her a ring. You know, your typical suicidal bliss.
Okay, I'm still not convinced, but I might have something for you.
There we go. Haha! We're making progress. That's what I like to see. What do we got going on here?
Life is off and off key, like a bad song. The notes come together but feel flat, unable to create anything resembling music. And yet, there are ways to string them together to create harmony. Ways that are not always entirely in our hands.
So Smirnoff is a German Shepherd?
You look tired, John.
I was born tired. I'm used to it.
You're not the only one. Yep, I'm beat. I'm starving. Just got back from the annual police medical. Not only did I have to fast, but I also had to chug 2 enormous glasses of water. John, you alright?
I've had better days, and I'll have them again, I hope.
We both deserve to. The thing is, I'd love to help you out with this case, but I can't. You know I work for the state of New York. If I had any information, I couldn't share it with a private eye. Even if it was lying on top of this table.
You drank 2 huge glasses of water. How are your kidneys coping with that?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should go to the... If you'll excuse me.
We got his weight, his height. We're going over his entire autopsy.
Interesting.
Now I feel even thinner. So do my kidneys.
Thanks.
Truth is, John, it all seemed clear to me before, but now... Please, promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I can't promise
I'll
that.
try, but sometimes there's no alternative.
All right. In any case, keep me posted, will you?
Friend, you can count on it.
Take care, John.
As always, Smirnov had given me new, potentially relevant information. Not to mention second thoughts. When an old dog like him gets that serious, one must be prepared to bite.
All right, we got some big brain moments. Let's start doing some deducing. Alright, so we're coming up on some here.
Dunn must have punched the can while he was arguing with Yale. I guess that explains why he threatened to call the fight off.
Is that all the... Ooh, we still got one more big brain. Alright. Okay, well, who wants... Interesting. Well, yeah, definitely, like, the chest expander, the 4 different things. Maybe the rhino? I don't know. There we go. We figured it out. He's not tall enough, and it was a murder. Now we just need motives. We need to figure out who done it.
I'm much taller than Dunn, and I can barely reach the noose. There's no way Dunn hanged himself. Not on his own, at least.
Alright, I'm going to say this right now. My theory, straight up, is the daughter and somebody did it.
Bobby Yale. I don't know if you had a motive to kill Dunn, but you certainly had the murder weapon.
Alright, let's go get that chest expander. Alright, so we can't get the murder weapon. We gotta go back to big brain mode. We gotta use our big brain power to figure things out.
Christ. Did Yale kill Dunn just because he wanted to call off the fight?
I always knew Bobby had issues. But I never thought he'd go that far.
Everything seems to point in that direction. I'm certain of it.
But he could have been framed, couldn't he? In any case, that doesn't change a thing.
It does, actually. Now we know he didn't kill himself.
My father's still dead, and you still haven't found Bobby Yale. Nothing has changed.
Oh gosh, bitch. I'm
Opening
working
the
on it.
safe and finding my father's will won't help us achieve anything. So please hurry. Time's wasting.
Sonia's indifference never ceased to amaze me. But most importantly, why was she suddenly defending Yale?
John Blacksad? I think I owe you an apology.
Apology accepted. But what exactly are you apologizing for?
Listen, I don't think my fellow workers treated you with the respect you deserve. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. They didn't know we shared a common goal. Bobby Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad. So please, Kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on.
Of course.
Sure, why not?
You don't mind me riding in this fancy car with a wrinkled suit, do you?
Aw, I think you look mighty dapper, Mr. Blacksad. Although, if those wrinkles were to rub off on me... I always play it nice and safe.
Nice little animation there. I don't want to get beaten up again. I like how it's all like, you stepped into the van of your own accord. Like, this is, like, again, I'm going to harper back to this. It's acting like a Telltale game.
Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So, I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
What
kind of help do you
kind
need?
of help do you need?
A simple exchange of information. You're a good detective, and I, well, let's just say I have my own ways of making people talk.
No
I
deal.
think I'll have to pass this time.
Why? What? Do my own ways scare you? Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply two grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business. What's so bad about that?
Well, it's illegal.
Illegal for starters.
Illegal? Let me tell you what should be illegal. The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me, I'm not either.
Ha! Well then, you see, we're all among friends. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
Okay,
Doesn't
but that
justify what
doesn't
you do,
justify
man.
what you do for a living.
Oh boy. Did you hear anything I just said? Anyway, when the government passes these laws, there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
You might have a point. In certain cases, civil disobedience is both right and duty.
Exactly. And when you hear just how I've transformed this business, you'll agree even more. I wasn't always a boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the ran the show. And good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant.
I'm loving his voice
When I
actor.
took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding. Not out of fear, but out of
I'm
gratitude.
loving how the Rhino
I
and the Bison
decided
are
to
just
help
like slinking
people
down in
so
the back.
they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
Maybe at first. But when they tied me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
It was just Wilson.
That bastard. Don't you worry. I'll just talk with him. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please, accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. You see, a lot of people work for me. Many families depend on my business. Not only that, St. Christopher's Hospice practically lives on my donations. The widows of my late employees are set for life. Their kids get free schooling. The cops leave me alone because they know my business doesn't hurt anyone. On the contrary. And, it looks like we're here.
What am I getting into here, man? It's like, crap. Am I becoming seedy? I don't want to become seedy. I mean, I get it. I'm like dark evil side all the way because it's fun, but like I'm trying to legit be an honest detective here. It's bad enough I already took the bribe in the beginning. I was like, I didn't have all the information in that out, you know. But again, I'm harkening back to the Rhino, and I'm going,
Yale's apartment?
you know.
I told you I'm on your side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, maybe you'll change your mind and share your findings with me. Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Wilson, come here.
Fucking Buffalo. I want to see him again. I ratted that Buffalo out.
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's. Doesn't seem like the best food for a boxer. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
Oh, we found a card. I haven't found one of those.
A woman's fragrance. Almost angelical.
I know whose scarf that is.
I'm not sure how Yale's love of pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know.
I'm not sure how the pickles are gonna do it. It's good to know. Ooh. No. It's not a card. Bastard. No, I don't care about the pizza. It's a card.
Bobby seems like a nice kid, but I barely know him.
Oh, really?
Ugh. 17th century French fables. There must be one boring. Seems like Bobby inherited something more than boxing skills from his father, besides the tendency to vanish into thin air, of course. Nice chain. So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby?
What else we got? God damn.
Copy 1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago? Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes? Unless someone emptied it recently.
Alright, we got some big brain stuff to do. But we also want to enter here.
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
Alright, well, we got a big brain.
That means she's been here recently, but why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
All right, well, we're getting pretty big brain on this. We're running out of clues.
When I left, I told O'Leary I hadn't found a thing. The minute I was alone, I left for Mary's. But before all that, I took a small parting gift for her.
All right, lady, I want to know why you lied to me. I don't approve.
I've never trusted angels.
Mr. Blacksad? What a...
Surprise? When they fall, they turn into demons.
Joey told me he was going to spend the afternoon painting the gym and that Bobby would be fixing something up on the roof. So, after I found the body and called the police, I went to Bobby's place, but he wasn't there.
How did you open the door to his apartment?
I think it was already open. Everything is so confusing. I'm sorry, Mr. Blacksad.
Don't be. I'm here to figure it all out. Do you realize you might be protecting a murderer?
What? I'm not protecting anybody.
Okay, I think it's time to set things straight. I knew you were cheating on Dunn with Yale. Or was it the other way around?
No, How can you even think of something like that?
How can you convince me otherwise? I found a picture at Yale's apartment. It's you and him on a roller coaster. Care to explain, Miss Purnell?
I'm not white,
Let's talk.
Mr. Blacksad.
What?
7 of my great-grandparents were white. The 8th was black. According to law, I'm a black citizen, even if my skin says the contrary. Do you know what that means when you're born in North Arlington, Alabama?
Segregated schools and a worse education for colored children.
We even have different water fountains, for God's sake. The separate but equal doctrine and all that.
That crap.
And all the lies. That's why I moved here. No one knows what color my great-grandparents were.
I completely understand you, Mary.
Just think if you were also a woman. He's my nephew, Mr. Blacksad. Joe and I first started taking care of poor Bobby when my sister died. That was when he was almost 15. The 3 of us went on that trip to Luna Park.
So this is where Joe Dunn comes in.
Bobby was the only one who knew about me and Joey. We were afraid that someone would use my past to ruin his career.
It's not the first time I hear that story. You should have
Should've
told
said
me
something.
this sooner.
I've been hiding it all my life. I'm sorry.
TV and radio all in one. Where will these mad times lead us? Mary smells like... Actually, the whole room smells like a pie fresh out of the oven, so I can't identify any other fragrances.
Interesting.
Fresh out of the oven. The whole room smells like pie.
Hide some.
About Sonia Dunn and the ring. Well, I told her about you and Joe Dunn. I had no choice.
And what did she say?
I don't think she took it too well, but she might come to understand it.
Maybe. But I'm not so sure you'll be able to keep my other secrets safe.
That cherry pie smells so good. I'm starting to get hungry.
Thanks. I pulled it out of the oven right before you arrived. Oh, where are my manners? I'm the worst hostess in the world. Let me go get a knife from the kitchen. Let me see. OJ, coffee?
Water's good, thanks. She's wearing the same, so she's probably telling the truth. That's some beautiful artwork you got there.
That kind of freaks me out a little bit. That's some nice cherry pie. Oh no, the way she's looking at me. I don't like this. Is this cherry pie fucking poisoned? Why am I eating all the pie? Why am I being a dick? Don't do that. No. Share the pie.
About Sonia Dunn and the ring. I managed to hide the truth from her.
I appreciate it, but at the same time...
What?
No, nothing. Maybe she has a right to know.
Your secret is safe with me.
I'd like to believe you.
I couldn't help but notice a queen-size bed in the room.
You what?
Sorry. I had to make sure Bobby in there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Joey bought this place. It was going to be our home after the wedding. I left my apartment and moved in so I could save some money.
If he had left his own apartment and moved in, you could have saved twice the money.
I'm no hooker, Mr. Blacksad.
You should open a bakery and sell these pies.
Thanks. Joey used to say the same thing.
Now that there's almost no pie left, the scent has also disappeared. Interesting. Now Mary smells like a huge dog. Mary, when are you going to stop lying? I know your nephew is here. I can smell him.
What? No. I already told you I don't know where he is.
Look, I understand why you're protecting him, but it's in his best interest to end this hide and seek.
You can search the whole house if you want. Go ahead. He's not here.
All right.
Wait a minute. She's not the one who smells like that. That's where Bobby Yale's scent is coming from. So, that's why you were sitting there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Could you step aside so I can check, please?
Please go.
Mary, for Christ's sake, put that knife down, would you?
Livora.
You know I could take that knife from you if I wanted to, Mary.
I mean it.
I don't want to hurt you.
Leave her alone!
Think about Mary, Bobby.
Don't even mention her name!
God damn.
Bobby!
Call an ambulance. Do as I say. Go on, call an ambulance. Do it now. In the face of a heart attack, there's two things you can't forget. One, stay calm. Two, 1 chest compression per second. 1 Mississippi.
Oh, shit.
3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi.
Bobby. Oh, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. Bobby. Thank you.
I had lots of reasons to consider this a great day. I had investigated a suicide case. I had discovered that we were dealing with a murder. I had found and captured the prime suspect. And I had saved a life.
All right.
And yet, everything in me screamed that something was going wrong. Terribly.
Telling you, it's the daughter. The daughter has to be the one who did it. She was too calm when she found out. Maybe it was Bobby and maybe it was the daughter and the gorilla dude.
Promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I want a gun!
What the hell?
Bang, bang, bang!
A fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualty.
I hate detectives.
Bang, bang, bang!
You're dead meat, cat.
That you, Smirnoff?
You seem agitated. Nightmare?
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
Yeah, that makes 2 of us. Anyway, why don't you go home? In his current condition, Yale's not going anywhere. Besides, we'll take it from here.
Who is that? Can we trust him?
I know how to pick my men, John. You? I'm not so sure. I asked you not to get involved, or at least give me a heads up.
If I hadn't intervened, Bobby Yale could be dead.
If you had warned me, maybe we could have avoided a heart attack. Anyway, what's done is done. When exactly did you realize that he killed Dunn?
Something about this cigarette I don't like.
Out of sheer curiosity. I'm a cop after all.
When I saw his picture with Mary at Luna Park, I just knew something was off.
How about the motive? Any ideas?
I've got several theories, but that's about it.
In any case, hopefully Yale will tell us more.
Would you let me ask him some questions when he wakes up?
I know you will, with or without my permission, so I'd rather not feel betrayed. In exchange, drop by the station when you can. Your investigation could really help my men. Who, by the way, must be waiting for me to interrogate Mary Purnell. Boy, she was hard to pry from Yale's side.
She's been through a lot in the past days. Be nice to her.
Of course. In spite of it all, we're not just vigilantes. And as for you, go get some rest. God knows you need it.
I will. Thanks for the advice.
Tell the nurses to look at that face of yours. You look like a film detective in his last scene.
I'm afraid this film isn't over yet.
For your sake, I hope you're wrong. You're in charge now, officer.
Okay.
I'll send you relief in 6 hours. Understood?
Doctor,
Who
Holy
are...
shit.
Oh, detective. Congratulations. You fared pretty well against that kid. Better than most would have. Now, if you'll excuse me.
do I look like I fared well to you? We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded. We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem. The real problem
Why would they have me
is
do
our
that
extended
twice?
belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded. How's Yale? Is he awake?
Oh, yeah. Go check on him before he falls asleep again. Although, try not to bother him with too many questions.
What's his current condition?
It's too soon to tell. He did have a heart attack after all.
God damn. Right now, I'm just waiting for a break. Where are y'all keeping these cigarettes, man?
Go away. I don't want to see you. The doctor told me to sleep.
I rarely get to interrogate a suspect with his guard down in a place as quiet as this. Getting the chance to study his body language with no distractions is a rare gift. His heart rate is increasing. It could mean that he's lying, but it could also just be pure, unadulterated. He's looking straight. If he couldn't hold my stare, I'd think he's lying, but that's not the case. He's clenching his fist, a sign of contained anger. Clenched fist, fast heart rate, fixed stare. He feels some genuine rage towards me. I'm sorry you don't want to see me, but I saved your life, son.
Maybe my aunt feels gratitude. I certainly don't. Luckily, I just got my medication. I'll be snoozing soon.
All right, I'll just cut to the chase. Who killed Joe Dunn?
What? Are you trying to confuse me? Joe hanged himself.
He seems about to burst into tears. Is he angry or sad? He opened his hand. That's a sign of honesty. Is he lying, or did his heart rate speed up out of rage? Dunn was too short to hang himself with that rope.
So, it's true? He was murdered.
I know Dunn threatened to call off the fight. Why?
How do you know that?
I'm a detective.
That was his anger talking. He never really meant it.
That doesn't matter. Why was he so mad at you? What did you do?
Nothing. Joe thought that I wasn't training hard enough. That I was going to lose.
All right. Let's just say that I believe you. The murderer killed Dunn with a chest expander and planted evidence to make us believe it was suicide. But he also left enough clues behind to make sure we found the true murder weapon. Then he put the chest expander box in your locker to frame you. Do you know anyone that twisted and who also happens to have a motive?
I don't know.
How about...
What about Sonia Dunn?
Sonia? I doubt it. She's odd. But she's his daughter.
I've seen worse, believe me. Maybe it was... What am I saying? Jake could never pull off something like that. Nothing. Never mind. Desmond O'Leary certainly seems twisted enough. Did he have anything against Dunn?
I'm not sure if they knew each other. At least not in person. About a month ago, Joe kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym. He was trying to give a business card to...
Jake Ostiani.
Yeah, exactly. Did Jake tell you about that?
Something like that. What about Frank Cassidy? Do you think he has a motive?
Maybe. A few weeks ago, Joe took me to a Boxing Managers Association meeting.
Headed by Cassidy.
Yeah. He was obsessed with making it illegal for boxers to fight without a manager. Or without an associated manager. Everyone seemed to go along with it until Joe spoke up. He said that would lower us to mob status. That Cassidy had founded the association just to make money by monopolizing the sport. That made others think twice. And Cassidy ended up empty-handed.
Poor Cassidy.
Blacksad. I think I owe you an, You know, my father disappeared when I was 6, right after winning a fight. We never heard from him again. Do you know what that does to a kid? Who knows where I'd be if Joe Dunn hadn't been in my life. Even when I lost my way and put a gun to his head years later, he still took me under his wing and managed to steer me in the right direction. You're risking your life to find his murderer. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, well, looks like we can stop right here. Finally, Jesus. Cutscene after all that time of investigation. We're making some real headway in this case. We found our boy here. Saved him from a heart attack. Well, in the meantime, folks, my name is Crazy Zaku. I brought you all the hits and misses here in Blacksad. I hope you'll join me next week as we continue this wonderful adventure. Until then, please leave a comment down below. Tell me, with all the clues we've found so far, who is the murderer. Share this video with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your enemies, and everyone in between. Drop a DDT on that like button. Cover for the 3. Smack that subscribe button like it owes you some money. And if it's paid its dividends, I want you to tinkle that bell to stay up to date with all of our adventures here in the furry world. And I'll see you guys later. Later.